Welcome to Lions Live 365. I'm your host, Michael Ayers, and today we are doing another episode of Hunting for Hutch Help. And we are going to be doing a draft profile for Dani Dennis-Sutton. This guy is a very interesting player, and I'm going to get right into it. Let's see. Dani Dennis-Sutton is 22 years old. He is 6'5", 265 pounds. He went into the combine at 256 and blazed it, though. With that being said, he is a Penn State edge rusher. This guy is just so interesting to me, and let's get right into the strengths. He has a perfect NFL edge body. If they made edges in a lab, they would come out with Dani Dennis-Sutton. This guy has the length. He has the arm length. He has the overall size, and he has the athleticism. Right? He really. It seems like he doesn't get tired. The amount of effort that he puts forth in every down is kind of, I like that. It's like one of those things, he doesn't quit. He'll run past the quarterback, turn around, go get him. He'll do a variety of things on the backside of plays, running guys down. The athleticism and the blazing 40 that you saw at the combine, that guy is, you see it on tape. He might need a couple seconds to build up to top speed, but at the end of the day, this dude is a athlete, right? He's a very good special teamer, right? His effort shows up on special teams because of his speed and his length. When it's time to block those punts, he makes things happen. Now, if his main move is this outside rip in which he softens the edge for himself to get to the quarterback, kind of shave down the angle. And at the end of the day, when you see all of those things put together, when he times the snap just right, when he puts everything together, is usually a dominant win of some sort. He ends up at the quarterback, and he usually finishes when he gets there. At the end of the day, he had 8.5 sacks last year, 8.5 sacks the year before. We're seeing a level of consistency, right? Now, I can get into the weaknesses. Let's get right into those. He plays really high. He has a habit of coming off the ball and shooting straight up, right? He's really tight. He's not really a fluid player. Like, it's just one of those things, like, you could see it, that he's not really tight. He's not really bendy. He really only has that one pass rush move. Any other move that he does is just inconsistent. Like, he'll pull it out just once or twice in the game. Doesn't really do much else. It's like, hey, I'm trying to get this corner. I'm trying to get this edge, or I'm going directly into the tackle. Like, there's really not too much of a pass rush plan. There's not a bunch of counters. It's really just one move, and if that move's not working, then I'm running directly into you and I'm trying to physically dominate you, because that's really all I know at this point, right? And he really doesn't do anything consistently except try. Right? He's going to try. Every down, he's going to try. You're going to see him not really quit on plays, but he really doesn't do anything consistently. He doesn't do his pass rush moves consistently. His pad level isn't consistent. His run defense isn't consistent. This is a player that is an athlete playing football. He's not a football player yet. Your job as a GM and coach and everybody, you have to have a very serious plan. If your thought process is, I'm going to draft Dani Dennis-Sutton. All right, so let's get right into the final thoughts. I think I've already previewed it. This is a complete coin flip player. This player is a player that you have no clue how he's going to land. At the end of the day, he's an athlete playing football. There's a lot of things that you don't see consistently. His hand usage, nothing he does is consistent, right? And because he's not a bendy player, and as athletic as he is, he's faster than quick. I've said players have been quicker than fast. He's faster than quick. So at the end of the day, he needs a second to really build up to top speed. So it's not like Micah Parsons off the ball, where it's just like, was like height, and it's like he's already at the quarterback. Like, whoa, what kind of athlete is this? It's like kind of the opposite. Like, it's one of those things. Like, as soon as he beats the tackle, it's like he fast forwards to the quarterback. But he has to learn how to beat the tackle on a consistent basis, right? When he turns that corner, he can hit that gear 2 and 3 and 4. But because he's not bendy, and he can't just turn that. He doesn't have that in him. So he's going to have to be significantly better with his hand usage, and he just isn't there yet. Right? This is a player you have to beware of the highlights, because when you look at his highlights, he looks like a top 10 guy. When you look at his highlights, he looks like, how is he not a first rounder? Like, what do you mean? You see the size, you see the length, you look at his highlights, you see him whooping dudes. But the other plays, I'm seeing him struggle. Sometimes I see him struggle with lesser tackles, lesser talent. But the craziest thing is, you know, he has the moments where he bullies bums, but sometimes he has the moments where he bullies really good players. It's like everything is very inconsistent. So with that being said, if you're inconsistent in college, what's the chances that you're going to be consistent in the NFL? This is a player where you're banking on him being a better NFL player than college player, and that is a scary thought to me, right? Like, and especially with a team like the Lions, I do these draft profiles for the Lions, right? The Lions need consistent and ready-made defensive ends. They need somebody that can provide production right now, right? And maybe his athleticism allowed for him to skate through in college, but is it enough in the NFL without the technique? Like, this guy needs, to me, he's a developmental pass rusher. He needs another year, maybe two, to get ready to get to this quarterback. And like the floor to me is a bottomless pit, because he doesn't show you, he's not even a guy that's consistent stopping a run. The floor is a bottomless pit, right? But the ceiling is the moon. You know, he's up out of there, right? Like, it's one of those things where you just like, because if you teach him how to use his hands with his speed and his athleticism, and he delivers those hands with a little bit more pop, and it's going to be it's going to be night for people. I'm trying to tell you, especially on the other side of Hutch. This dude could be a lot. For me, I just can't see me picking him with a top 50 pick. You can't tell me that there's not going to be better options at 50. Right? Like, if there's no other option and there's just like a crazy run at edge and he's the best option, I'm not going to be super upset. But if we were to sit here and be like, hey, this player, that player, this player, like, I'm going to save that for my rankings. But if you tell me that certain players are still available and you pick Dani Dennis-Sutton, I'm going to be upset. All right, so for me, he needs to be picked between 60 and 90. So if it's the Lions picking him, that means we traded down and we got additional compensation. If we're going to be out here gambling, we need to get as many chances to hit jackpot as humanly possible, because Dani Dennis-Sutton is a gamble, and a big one. You know, this guy is a home run swing, but the chances that you strike out are really high. But the one thing I will say is the effort, the consistent effort is going to take him far. The consistent effort, if he has the hard work, I think if he learns how to use his hands better. The bend is a little much. The run defense is a little strange. It's just like he just has to do it. The pad level, if anybody is a Lions fan is and not concerned about pad level at the Broderick Martin, I don't know what to tell you. You know, like, anytime I see somebody after the hike just pop straight up, I'm scared, because I've seen what that ends up as, right? But that's really all. I think this kid is he's a man, because he could be Danielle Hunter or Alden Smith. He can be that guy that's just better in the NFL than in college, and I wouldn't be surprised, because he's really just surviving on athleticism, and so between picks 60 and 90, that's the perfect spot for him. Let's wrap this up. At the end of the day, I like the kid, but he is a little scary to me. I've had a lot of people recommend him, and I understand, especially if you're looking at highlights. This dude looks, how is he not a first round pick, right? With that being said, I am going to be doing a couple of more edges, and then I'm going to kind of pivot to the tackles because you know is we need to I need to speed up. We're almost at the draft. We're gonna do rankings probably 2 weeks out from the draft, and then probably do my final mock draft. Then, if you got any suggestions, anything that you want to see, if y'all want to see corners or linebackers or tackles, let me know. At the end of the day, I do this for y'all, and it's been a blast. Whether it is game day, draft day, or any day in between, it's Lions Live 365. Please like and subscribe. Peace out.